global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings to the YouTube channel. Many Nigerians are seriously waiting for the fireworks, and to make matters interesting, they do believe that to some great extent that just maybe the judiciary will be the last hope of the common man. In the meantime, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is receiving warnings left, right, and center. Top most of them is one of the agitators in Nigeria, and of course the top politicians who are already sending him signals. Look, hey, that thing you're thinking is victory. A lot is at stake. But before we go to the news report to find out the warnings they're giving, and this time around it's getting very intense. So like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You say bell notification icon, please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. While many Nigerians are waiting for May 29 to merge, already the race for the 10th Senate presidency is gathering steam as senators from various geopolitical zones have thrown their hat in the ring to emerge as the number 3 citizen of the country. Though APC is yet to zone the office, as old and new lawmakers are already jostling for the position. In this light, Asari Dokubo, who spoke via his social media handle, opined for the Senate presidency to be zoned to Southeast. He went further to air his reasons as he says Tinubu might be trapped if the Southeast is not recognized. According to Asari, for me, Mr. President and my senior brother, give the Senate president to the Southeast. We must heal the wounds and bring every part of the country together. Even Asari Dokubo self knows. Funny though. Let the Southeast be represented at the highest level of government, he continues. If this does not work, Tinubu might be trapped because from this presidential result, Southeastern State voted against APC, giving them that position will kill every accusation that the Igbos are marginalized. I don't have any preferred candidate for the Senate presidency. But speaking further on why the Senate presidency shouldn't go to the South-South, he claimed that the South-South will have a lot of ministerial positions. They will also take the biggest in the oil ministry. And from the grapevine, actually, we're hearing that Godswill Akpabio, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, may likely be the favorite when it comes to the southern part of Nigeria. Remember, they said they're actually looking towards giving it to the south. But the question is, who of the south? And to a great extent, many Nigerians are talking. The likes of Ibokwe, Joe Ibokwe was shocked to his bone marrows. And the likes of David Umahi was really surprised that in the inauguration committee, not one Igbo man was seen. And these are people who actually totally worked against their own people just for party lines. Amazing though, how karma comes so quickly and served very hot. Well, let's find out what the second and top politician is telling him to look. Watch your back. It is not business as usual. The former senator that represented the good people of Kaduna Central Senatorial Zone, Senator Shehu Sani, has messaged Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the 29th presidential inauguration day. While speaking, the former lawmaker urged Bola Tinubu to watch his back, especially against those he's placed that he's only their second option. Those who have placed him as the second option. He went on and informed Tinubu to be more interested in what some individuals say in their dialect and not what they say in English language. Deep. Speaking further, Senator Shehu Sani advised Bola Tinubu not to inherit the king's loyalists because they will betray him, and that he should not also inherit the king's cabals because they will also control him. Senator Shehu Sani made this disclosure in one of his social media handle titled Free Advice to the Abuja New King. And let me read it word for word. He said, look, free advice to the Abuja New King. Don't inherit the outgoing king's loyalists. They will also betray you. Don't inherit the outgoing king's enemies. They will also fight you. Don't inherit the outgoing king's cabals. They will also control you. Watch your back against those in your palace whom you are simply their second option. Be more interested in what they say in their dialect and not what they say in English. Wow. This is quite interesting. Although you could also recall that President Buhari 8 years tenure will come to an end on the 29th of May 2023, and that same day, Nigerian president-elect may likely be sworn in as the next president of the country. Bola Ahmed Tinubu must be careful as not to make the same mistakes his predecessors made in the past. Oh well, but then again, we still looking at the issue of the Lego fireworks to begin. But we have 180 days. Even the swearing in is less than 30 days. So when you say 180 days, we have over 3 months. Over 3 months. Let's hope that. So for some of us who are a bit more realistic, I'm not optimistic. I'm almost a realist in this situation. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu being sworn in as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria committed now without any stoppage of any kind, it may likely be as good as almost impossible for the judiciary even to make such pronouncement. Even if they do, and we have one powerful board judge that will probably go against the ruling against the sitting president already sworn in. Let's assume we have such bold judge that will do such. In all honesty, do you think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will obey that injunction? They will take it to Supreme, and this time around they make sure that the Supreme Court is on ground to ensure. We have seen a bit of rascality here and there in situations like that. I don't see it as impossible. Like they will say, there's nothing impossible in the country called Nigeria. Everything is possible, just the right frame of mind and the right attitude. And you get what you're looking for. It could just be done. And like even Gospel Akpabio will say, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, he said he will tell you what money cannot do, more money can do. Okay, and even Adams Oshomola will tell you, look, it's the better rigger that takes the day, which means we do the rigging, man. Forget this whole story of election and selection. What we do is we rig. Better riggers take the day. So you see, there's nothing impossible in Nigeria. It's all about the mind. If your mind can conceive it, then it is possible. You can imagine the technicalities we are hearing about the issue of our constitution, something that is written in black and white, and they're bringing in technicalities in the constitution. I'm amazed because in Nigeria everything is possible, but the challenge now is, can there be a ruling before the 90 days, before the 30 days? Would Nigeria truly find their voice before that? And would there be a court injunction, restraining the swearing in? On all honesty, I'm trying to be very realistic. I don't see it happening. And look at what Asiwaju is saying. Obviously, even Asari Dokubo that is singing so much praises is beginning to feel it, that the likelihood of Southeast being totally annihilated in leadership position is going to be very obvious. And from all indication, it's going to be the reign of the Southwest and the South and the North. If Gospel Akpabio finally takes it in, of course, Wiki is probably going to have ministerial position, and it's going to be just a reign of South. And again, the Southeast will be marginalized. Oh well, let's see how it plays out. Just hope that the agitation for Biafra will not become intense, despair. Let's see that comment section.